Chapter 1. You are listening at FameTV.com. Chapter 1 Part 1 is steal, stealable, very steal. He steals, you steal, I steal, steal, everybody steals. 1, 2, 3, 4, all steal. Steal in the day, steal at night, every moment steal. I am stealing, I enjoy stealing. TSK, nonsense. A young woman sitting in front of her PC humming a weird tune as she clicked her mouse with her right hand. Her large, round dark eyes stared intently at the farm on the computer screen. Her slender finger continued to click around her best friend's farms. Rows and rows of flying harvest brought a sweet smile to her pretty face. Ever since the launch of this farming game, many fans were crazy addicted. They steal vegetables during work, they steal after work. Some even set an alarm clock to wake up in the middle of the night just to steal. It got quite out of hand. During the recent years, there have been an abundance of new games, so less and less people continue to play these type of simple farming games. Chang Xiao, however, never gave up her simple farm for other games. Why? Because she misses her childhood where she spent in a farmland. Simple farming ch.o.r.es such as pulling weeds, collecting firewood, harvesting wheat, planting vegetables, she had done it all. Now she is a Chinese herbalist who had joined the workforce just 2 years ago. Her work is simple and she set her days happily. She works in the daytime and stays home and read or play video games at night. She is what the society refers to as homebody nerd. Ring. Her cell phone that has been sitting on the table started to ring. Chang Xiao did not take her eyes off the monitor as she reached for her phone with her other hand. She, however, knocked over a glass of water and it spilled all over her cell phone. She didn't even realize any of this, but, all of a sudden, bright colorful light emanated from the phone. Chang Xiao was finally aware of the accident and started turning her head toward her phone. She didn't have any time to react before she was swallowed by the colorful light. Chang Xiao felt that the entire world was spinning, it was as though her soul was sucked into the aurora borealis, and she lost consciousness. Dafeng Country, Qing'an Province, Town Willow, and foothills of Xuanhuan. Sis, wake up, sis, wake up. A crisp, kid's voice rang next to her ears. A groggy Chang Xiao had a headache and felt that her head was swollen and about to explode. She struggled to lift her heavy-eyed lids, but a sharp, bright light made her close her eyes again. Aya, big sister is about to wake up. Big sister is about to wake up. Mom. Big sister is about to wake up. The person next to her seemed to have noticed her abnormality. A voice full of happiness rang next to her ears again. Chang Xiao felt that they might be referring to her. But, since when did she become someone's big sister? She was quite sure she was a single child. Before she was able to sort out what was going on, a cacophony of noises approached her. She heard a gentle and somewhat anxious voice. Did Xiao really wake up? Her eyes are still close. Xuanhuan, you are not lying to your own mother, are you? No, Mom, Big Brother was not lying to you. Big Sister really opened her eyes. That voice sounded like it belonged to an even younger boy. Chang Xiao ignored the throbbing headache and opened her eyes again. This time she slowly got used to the bright light. When her eyesight met the few pairs of bright eyes looking her, there was an exploding sound inside her head and her mind went blank. She was stunned. She was shocked beyond words. There were 3 rugrats and a young woman standing in front of her, but that wasn't the oddest thing. Why were they all wearing outfits from the past? Xiao, are you okay? Don't scare your own mother. Tell me, where are you not feeling well? Her worried expression, her concerned voice, she sounded very sincere. Chang Xiao sillily called her, Mom, Big sister, how come you set out all of a sudden? Mom and us were truly scared. A little boy around the age of 12 said to her. Next to him, there was another boy around 10 standing in front of her. The youngest one, who has yet to say a word, was a little girl around 7 or 8. You could tell they are siblings from their looks. What had happened? Chang Xiao Xiao was truly dumbfounded. Inside her mind was a big mess. She didn't feel right. Did she transmigrate? Xiao Xiao, is your head still hurting? Do you want me to go get the doctor? The concerned questioning interrupted her thoughts. Her looked closely at the fair-looking woman in front of her. Her concerned look made her feel warmth inside her heart. She couldn't help but to say, I am all right, are you sure? Asked Mrs. Chang, a bit hesitant. Yeah, really. I am okay, Mom. Just let me rest for a bit. The way she said Mom was a bit awkward, but Mrs. Chang hadn't noticed. She just thought her oldest daughter was still hurt. She comforted her gently. Okay, why don't you rest for a bit? I'll let you know when dinner is ready. Thanks, Mom. Good girl, get some more rest. Let me know if you don't feel well. Okay, I will. Mrs. Chang noticed that Xiao Xiao looked like she was okay. She felt much better now, though that did not relieve the frowning on her face. She barked order at the other kids, Zhang Yuan, Zhang Bin, Lan Lan, go play outside. Let your sister sleep. The three kids turned around and left obediently so as to let their sister rest. Once all the family members were gone, Chang Xiao Xiao couldn't fall asleep at all. She looked around the room that she was in. This was the first time she noticed them. Inside the room, other than the bed that she was lying on, there was a box, a table, a stool, and nothing else. All these three items look old and beat up. She could even see the wall made out of mud and straws covering the roof of the house. Chang Xiao Xiao was speechless. Even though she didn't have memories of how she had gotten here. One thing she was sure was that this was not her home, this was not where she was from. She had officially become a member of the Transmigration army while playing farm. A few days later. A 16-year-old kid wearing clothing made out of rough fiber, light brows, large eyes, slender pointy face. Not extremely beautiful, but still quite fair. Chang Xiao Xiao looked at her reflection on the water. She had become 10 years younger. Should she be happy about it? These last few days, she had came to accepted that she had become someone else. She found out that where she was similar to the old Tang dynasty. She was quite surprised that the era that she was in was not found any time in history, but one by the name of Dafeng country. Specifically, she was residing in Willow Village, a remote border area of Dafeng country. Her family wasn't really a part of the Willow Village natives, her folks had just moved here some 3 years ago. As to where they were from, she had no idea. She had amnesia when it came to anything that happened before she woke up in front of her family. Their house was only a few miles from Willow Village. They could see Willow Village from their front door. They didn't socialize too much with the villagers, but they were still considered the residents of Willow Village. They'd chit-chat with Willow Village's residents when they ran into each other. The most distressing news of all was that not only was the family extremely poor, their 30-something dad was beaten up by someone just a few days ago. They'd crushed his bones and severed his nerves. But the family was so poor that they couldn't afford to have a doctor come and look at him. All he could do was to lay on the bed and fight for his life. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.com, direct link in the description.